trial.
Mhm.
I'm unable to participate because I'm not supposed to be, but I'm in this wind down period. It actually hits for about $22 million. All right. So ethics says you can't collect your attorney's fee on that at all. Now,
Dang.
mind you, I worked this case before
Dang.
I ever ran for Congress, right? So, like, that gives you an idea of how far they go
So you
when
didn't
it
get that
comes
money?
to the. No, but here's the deal. I would have resigned, and I will resign. No, I'm not finna play with my money. Like, y'all tripping, because I worked
Right.
on that case for 7 years.
Yep.
It was against a very small city that literally can't pay it. Now, if for some reason they go find the coins,
You
then
gonna resign.
absolutely, I'm resigning, forcing a special election, and I'll win, right? But I do have another one that is pending, and it's pending against the city of Dallas. And the officer in that case actually pled guilty. If the city of Dallas does pay up, you heard it here first.
You
I am
resigning.
resigning.
Boys that I was tripping, kept the vision, I ain't even care. Now the just stop and stir, it took a while, but made it there. And I bought my shirt, and my chain and chandelier. Double C Louis V, I swear to God, this all I wear. Boys that I was tripping, kept the vision, I was on a mission. Got the snakes around me, now they talking shit like Kyle hissing. So tripping too,
Just want to be clear. Nothing starts before 10 o'clock.
How are you, first and foremost? How you feeling?
I'm over it.
Dang.
It's only been, what, has it been 30 days yet?
think it has.
This fool is driving me crazy.
Do you eat,
So-
sleep, and shit this though? Like, do you mean like do you never like just turn the TV off, like everything? Like, you know what? I don't want to think about it. I don't want to do nothing.
So as much as I don't want to think about it, I definitely stopped watching the news as much as I used to. But people are like DMing me, they're sending me emails, we're constantly getting phone calls. So no, I don't turn off.
Is there anything good that this administration has done so far? Anything that you can say, well, at least that's a good thing?
Huh?
Okay.
Not nothing. I saw Bernie
Not
Sanders post
nothing.
yesterday about he likes what Trump is attempting to do with the Pentagon by auditing them and stuff like that.
Okay, attempting. Let's see it happen. Here's the reality. I serve on the oversight committee. That's where all the drama typically happens. And we've had Department of Defense come before us a number of times. The vast majority of the waste, fraud, and abuse that we have in this country is Department of Defense. You can Google and find out that at some point in time, we were spending like $1,000 per toilet or something. So like, that's where we see these inflated costs. That's where we have a lot of contractors. That's where they play a lot of games. That's where Elon gets the vast majority of his money is out of defense. And when they come before us and we ask them about their audit, they haven't had a clean audit in the last 6 times we've asked for an audit. So the fact that they're going to start with people that are getting $6 a day to eat, or they want to go after the little old lady that's just trying to get her little health care and they believe that that's where the savings is, that's not where the savings is, nor is it going after career civil servants and saying, oh, let me take your coins, let me take your job, because
So, before I get started, because this lady is just a piece of work. Before I get started, please hit the like so we can get in the algorithm. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope that you guys, especially Democrats and liberals who feel the way she feels, my biggest concern is not what you say, it's how you say it. First of all, you don't you don't care about, so it doesn't sound like she's upset about the audit. She cares about where they started. And then if you notice when Charlemagne questions her, she really doesn't have facts or she's giving an answer right now, but she's not really answering the question. She's circling around it all and giving her emotional response. If an audit is being done, just like what he said about Bernie Sanders was impressed about, them trying to audit the Pentagon. Well, if it happens, well, when it happens, are you going to give him his credit? No. You're still going to go back to where the audit started. And these little women and these people that you guys, that's fear mongering. These people did not lose Medicaid. They did not lose Social Security. None of that. The cuts were done at the federal level. Federal level, United Healthcare Workers, IRS. She's saying something that everybody obviously can see is not happening. just because these executive orders were signed and opposed, and they haven't gone through yet. But the ones that have gone through, those federal workers are being cut. It's not the old woman. It's not the, we have to get out of this victim mindset and speak the facts. You can be upset, but still speak the facts. She's not speaking the facts. Does it look a little shady if you think like her when it comes to like the defense? Yeah, but she said the past 6 audits. That means it was audits that were done prior to this month that just passed by for President Trump. So the past 6 audits. I don't know if that equals 6 years, or they do one a year, but the past 6 audits, and you're worrying about where they're starting the audit yet? And if the defense is, we all know defense makes the money because the war makes money. And it's funny that wars make money, but President Trump is the one trying to stop the wars. He's trying to bring peace. But it sounds like Democrats must like war because that's where the defense money goes to. And if you guys watch the Hantley interview with President Trump and Elon Musk, Elon said Elon's been sued by President Trump. He lost. President Trump got 10 million off of him. They don't agree on everything, but they're able to still sit in the same room and get a common goal fixed. And like he said, if there's something that, and I'm gonna tell you my opinion why I feel like they haven't audited defense first. Regardless, if she's right, cool. But let me tell you why they didn't do the defense first, and they're probably gonna do it last. So I'm gonna explain it why. Because if anything is found in the defense area that affects Elon Musk, because it could, he's then going to be pulled off this Doge thing. So before we lose the head of what's going on, the head of the operation, who knows what they're looking for, we need to get through everything else first. That sounds like strategy to me. Regardless how you want to think about it. Because the moment something negative comes out about Elon Musk, you guys are gonna want to chop him at the head, and then Doge is no longer existing. And that's what y'all are trying to do. Let Doge do the process they're doing, and when they get to the military and the defense budget, we'll handle it. But let it get there, and don't do this fear mongering.
Because when we add up, even if we fired everybody that works for the federal government, it's only maybe 4 or 5% of our budget, but approximately 50% of our discretionary budget is defense, and they can't pass an audit. So why we didn't start there, where Elon has decided that he was going to get 2 new contracts just in 2 weeks, one for $400 million to Tesla, another for a little over $300 million to SpaceX. I don't know why we didn't start there, but it seems like we could find a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse. Because, again, they've not been able to pass an audit.
There is a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal government, though.
I'm not going to say that there's a lot. I'm going to say that.
So she just contradicts what she said. You just said that, oh, it's funny that he got this from SpaceX and this from Tesla. And it's a lot of fraud, waste, and abuse in the defense. But then when Charlamagne says the whole federal government has a lot of fraud, no, I wouldn't say that. So is it a lot of fraud, waste, and abuse in period or not? Or you just want to blame one area?
That it does exist. I'm going to say that it exists. I don't think that there's a lot. I think.
So why are we so in debt then?
We're in debt because we decide that we're going to reduce the income, right? So under Trump and his first administration, we went into debt $8 trillion. Now, he wanted to say it was because of COVID. It really wasn't. Obviously, there was money that we sent out because people were in need during COVID to make sure that we didn't go into a recession. But at the end of the day, it was because he said, oh, wait a minute, that income, we're going to stop bringing that in from the top 1%ers. Well, those Trump tax cuts, they expire right about now. And he's trying to reinstitute them. So here it is. You've got Elon Musk running around talking about something. I'm cutting this. I'm slashing this. I'm doing this and that and da-da-da, all this kind of stuff, right? I do want to be clear that at the same time, they're saying, but we got to raise the debt limit. Well, why do you have to raise the debt limit if we are saving all this money? You know why? Because they actually want to deepen the tax cuts for all those billionaires that were sitting on stage with him on January 20th. Those guys are looking to keep more money in their pocket. That is why. It's why we ran into debt last time. It's why we're going to run into debt again. The only time that we've had a budget that was clean and we didn't have to worry about debt, you know who was in office?
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton, a Democrat. You know what the tax rate was? It was what Kamala Harris was proposing. That is not the tax rate that they are looking to.
Bill Clinton was in there doing the same thing that Donald Trump was doing. Did you guys not forget? Did you guys quickly forget my video that I showed you guys about Rigo? Lowering the debt for America, making it better, you're doing less. She's literally saying everything that we're saying. He's doing what Bill Clinton was doing in 2000s, and then when Obama did he's doing the same cuts. And I guarantee you those cuts what is allowed the lowest tax rates. But she's going to flip that and try to blame it on Trump or something like that. So here we go.
Do on the one percenters.
School me on this too, right? Bill Clinton did the National Partnership for Reinventing Government. He essentially, Elon's saying he's essentially doing the same thing Bill Clinton did as far as like, making the government smaller, more efficient. What do you say to that? What's the difference between what Clinton did in the 90s and what he's
So there's a lot that's different, but I do want to start with, because I actually looked at the
go.
numbers.
Here we go. Never can answer the question. Always want to set up their question with their question so that they can have the answer they want. Just answer the question. What's the difference between what President Clinton did and what Elon team is doing? But she's gonna do something. She's gonna make up some numbers. Here we go.
We really were kind of big. We actually had more people working in the federal government when Bill Clinton was in office initially than we have now. You know what the difference is? The country's just a little bit bigger, right? So chances are you would need more. And we're talking about the people that are delivering your mail. You're talking about the people, because all y'all about to start calling us some I ain't got my tax refund check, okay? So like firing the IRS. We're talking about,
And if y'all know, she's leaning towards y'all. People who look like her. That slang she's using, that anecdote, like she's labeling you guys. You're gonna call about your tax check, like, and we forget that she's sitting in these political seats as well. She's rich, she's wealthy, she's in that 1% too.
The people that do FAA, so the planes don't fall out the sky, right? So we have a lot more going on, and we literally don't even have as many people as we had working when he came in. So we were a little kind of bloated when it came down to it. But also, all presidents should have advisors, and that's essentially what he had, was an advisor. What they have said is that Elon is the one that cut off the spigot of money. Like, this is after money was appropriated, and then he's like, oh, no, you can't get that money. And now people are dying in other countries because USAID has stopped. And I want to be clear about something. You can shut down USAID if you want to, but that has to be done congressionally. Okay, that's number one. Number two, USAID is less than 1% of our budget. So they over here talking about something, they handing out condoms and they doing this and all this kind of stuff. It's literally less than 1% of our budget because they don't want you to.
All right. She's laughing, first of all, about where your money is going. Second of all, she's downplaying everything, and she still never answered Charlamagne's question. So I'll put the link to this video down in the description so y'all can watch the rest of it. But this is what they do. They can't answer a question. They only can answer a question with a question, and then they want to then set their platform up to be what they want it to sound like. Oh, it was a little bit heavier, a little bit fatter than when you just said it was. Come on now, this is crazy. This is crazy, man. If you guys want to continue to ride this train, y'all can ride it with her. Wish y'all the best. Shout out to President Trump for getting Kobe Bryant that statue. Black people not even rooting for that. And then also, Again, there's two reminders I have for the Democrats and the liberals, right? First of all, don't come to the great state of Texas when you lose your federal jobs. We don't want that here. Secondly, just don't take that check if those cut those checks. Do not take your you know what? Do what you're doing to Target. Boycott the IRS. Boycott finance. Don't touch your money. Just let it sit there, never cash the check. Let the check just go void. Okay? Y'all do that. I'm gonna get Pastor Jamal Bryan to come on my podcast and state that you guys need to do what is it, a 720-day fast from your $5,000 stimulus check, but he might tell you to put it in the collection plate. Anyway, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe. Again, God loves you, which is most importantly. I love you. You're beautiful, and your boy's out. Let go.